Hey, what's up you guys? This is Junior Trader, and in this video we are taking a look at tech stocks, that is, well, Microsoft, Apple, Meta, Netflix, Google, Amazon, and then also SPY and QQQ. Now, we have Microsoft earnings tomorrow, so I'll take you over the options data as well as I'll talk about, Microsoft. And let's see where the traders are betting their money before the earnings. I did one video of such type on AMD as well this morning, so check that out if you are interested. And with that, let's jump right into it. Once I also let you know, none of this is any financial advice and it's only for education purposes. So we'll start off with Microsoft, and overall structure on Microsoft stock is still to the downside. I provided you this blue box that sure, any rebound comes until then, that's fine, but that rebound will not change the structure will still remain bearish as long as we continue to still stay below blue box. And you can see right at the structural area we got rejected today and sold off. Now, yeah, so structure on Microsoft is still lower highs, lower lows, overall structure, and this area pretty much of 430 and 80 cents is a crucial area because this pretty much sets the precedence of if Microsoft will continue lower from here, because previous good support is acting as a really good resistance now. And tomorrow's earnings will define pretty much everything, guys, from here on, which direction would Microsoft go. So it all comes down to this 200 days moving average tomorrow. If Microsoft gaps below it tomorrow after earnings, expect much more downside. If Microsoft gaps up tomorrow after earnings anywhere even above like 430 or 436, then things will again start to look to the upside. No one knows what's going to happen through the earnings. So we'll see. But yeah, anyways, so that's still the technicals. We got we are still selling off at that. You can see overhead of that blue box just underneath of that. And so technically structure hasn't really changed on Microsoft. Now, as I said, I want to take you over the options data on Microsoft specifically because we have tomorrow the earnings, and you can see right off the gate, right, like the density is more on the put side than on the call side. It may look like, hey, it's equal, Junior Trader, on both sides, but if you pay close attention, you would see higher spikes on the puts, right? And then we have some calls, but they have spikes, but you can see puts are outshining right now the calls. We have only one spike on calls, multiple spikes on puts, and then other ranges are a little bit quite far away, while puts are, at every interval they're quite high as well here. So, and also not just that, we have even in the middle time frame, we have a high density of puts that's showing up. So I would still put it as there are more puts for Microsoft. Now, does it mean it's going to happen? Well, that's where the traders are betting their money. 455 calls, and this would be for, again, somewhere over here, right? 455 is up here. Well, that's only possible if Microsoft gaps up after earning, otherwise no, because structure is still to the downside. So if we take earnings away from the equation, then this thing is still technically in the downward structure. So we'll have to give now earnings time, and let's see what happens, and that will define pretty much about it. And yeah, if we continue to lose post earnings, we gaps down, watch 200 days moving average pretty much the next day as well. I would love to, let's say if it gaps down here, I'll love to see how it reacts at 200 days moving average then. But please remember, yes, regardless of whatever it does post earnings, next day we most likely see a follow through, and structure on Microsoft is still going to stay bearish regardless of what it is, as long as we stay below 431 from where the price is right now. All right. So that's Microsoft. Let's take a look at Apple. Apple has their earnings as well, but closer to the end of this week, like Thursday. Now, today also is a little bit cooling off. Rebound is struggling to even happen. And I won't be surprised if it comes down to 50 days moving average. Once it lost this 20 days moving average, it's weak already. And yeah, this pretty much was the zone, like 222 and 36 cents. On hourly interval as well, we are not seeing any strength coming on this, and I think it will react only after earnings now, and you can expect this week to be choppy. Is still struggling to even break the level to the upside. If Apple can go above 218 and 97 cents with a good strong volume, it's just going to be an intraday rebound. Overall structure will still be negative, but that rebound may come all the way to 222. You can see clearly we are in the lower highs, lower lows. Just, this will be the level, the 222. If the rebound comes, if it gets above $218, right, that's the area. You need to see a strong green candle close, then only there's a possibility of rebound. Otherwise, yeah, no, either stay on a stoppy or downside, right? Meta. So Meta, let's go to the daily interval. And as I said in my previous video as well, that Meta structure is still to the downside. Even if any rebound comes until 475, that's just going to be a rebound in the downward structure. And you can see we are still rejecting underneath of that. We are still in the lower highs, right? And lower lows. So there's nothing really has changed on Meta in the structure. Overall, it's still to the downtrend. We have Meta's earnings as well this week, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, and then 400 and I would the Meta again. The only way it will again turn bullish is that, well, either it forms double bottom close to 200 days moving average, or it changes the structure. There's one more possibility if it forms a pivot here, but until then, usually the earnings would come in play, right? Earnings would be around by then. So even on hourly interval, you can see that it tried its best today, a little bit giving up now again, right underneath that level that I talked about. And then tomorrow, if it can't get above 466 and 52 cents, it can continue lower. So just watch that. Tomorrow intraday downside may be coming on this, as long as that levels breaks, right? So, or sorry, stays below that, right? So Netflix, again, it's making a very slow journey to the downside, but it's still in the downward structure. And yeah, once we start to lose these three baselines here at around 620, the bottom one, once we lose this zone, pretty much, guys, this has a good dip coming in, and that may come up to 200 days moving average. We'll see. But yeah, Netflix is going down. Google, a little bit of a rebound today. That's fine. I said that in my video. Check out on my channel over the weekend. I talked about that, guys, when there's a possibility a rebound may continue on Google just because the way this candle has come. But structure on this, until even rebound comes 174, structure is not going to be overall bullish. That will just be a rebound in the intraday. But since you're against the trend, you don't know how much of that rebound would hold. So for example, on the hourly interval, you can see that we tried to a little bit go above this level like 169, but it's not that strong. Tomorrow, if we lose this 20 hours moving average, it's going to continue lower. If we get above 169 and 46 cents, there may be some upside strength that may come. Accordingly, we'll have a stop loss on the other side, but that rebound, as I said, would only be a play until 174, right? That's on the daily as well. Yeah, 174, because until then, overall structure is still bearish. All right, rebound for that intraday levels I provided you what to watch for. Amazon. So Amazon a little bit trying to go up. It has its earnings as well this week. It's a big earnings week, guys, on the tech stocks. So Amazon, I talked about 185. If Amazon can get above it, it can continue higher. Otherwise, that's where still the resistance is happening. Otherwise, yeah, as if it continue to break lower, or I expect this thing to maybe stay choppy until earnings. That's a possibility. But yeah, anytime if we lose 180 or so, level by level, then to the downside, we'll see. Taking a look at hourly interval on Amazon. Yeah, we're still below 200 hours moving average, so it has to be just taken as a rebound, and I'm not seeing any strong strength in the structure. If we can get above 100, as I say, yeah, 185 and 200 hours moving average, then I expect a strength. Otherwise, no. All right, let's take a look at SPY and QQQ before wrapping up. And SPY, we have today a red day. Now it's trying to hold above 50 days moving average, but please remember that this week earnings, right? We have so many tech stocks earnings. SPY will be defined by that quite a lot, right? It's so this week I would rely on the earnings, what the price action would do in the post market with the earnings, right? Excuse me, sorry guys. Especially QQQ, and well, SPY is technically still in the down. Well, it's in the downtrend, but next big move will only be if it loses 542 and 55 cents. For any reason, if any of the earnings gaps up, especially Apple and Microsoft, right? SPY can give, yeah, SPY will go up as well then. So just be prepared with that. And that will be like full on bullish again above 550 from where the price is on SPY. If I take it to the hourly interval, today we have a sell-off, little bit of buying up happening, but it's still rejecting at this level of 546 for intraday play. If we lose tomorrow 544 with 50 hours moving average, expect downside. All right, but again, then in the post-market things may change. Only be very careful intraday only with SPY and QQQ. All right, QQQ trying to go up, but again, please remember it will be influenced quite a lot this week by the earnings. So, but structure on this is bearish as long as we are below 473 and 29 cents. And as if we continue to break level 460 to the downside, it will just continue lower. Or it will only become bullish and technically in the structure if it gets above 473 and 51 cents. Otherwise, no. Right? Pretty much easy peasy. That's all for this video, guys. And if you found it helpful, valuable, please hit the like, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next videos. Take care. Bye.